Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Diversify That Shelf readathon vlog. Without further ado, let's just get this week started. Hello friends, I am here in my office and I'm just done eating dinner, so it's been a long time since I've last talked to you. I've done a lot of things. So I got my oil changed, I wrote my words for the day, whole bunch of stuff, and I have read 125 pages of The Rage of Dragons. It is intriguing and very well written so far. So far, so good. As for the rest of my books, because I have 3 pretty big fantasies on this list, I'm gonna try and split them between 2 days a piece. So then I will be done them in like 6 days. That's the plan. And then there's 3 days buffer. So we'll see. Good morning, friends. Hi, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy day 2 of the readathon. I didn't end up updating you yesterday on my reading for The Rage of Dragons. I ended up getting to about the 55% mark. That's what Goodreads says anyways. I'm on page 300, so I have about 300 more pages to go. First impressions, or impressions overall, it's good. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the characters. They're very real feeling, and there's very real stakes. But I will say that it is very heavily war focused. So our character Tao, our main character, he is like, a whole bunch of stuff happens to him at the very beginning, but he's training with his dad and his like best friend, I want to say, who's like a royal. Tao is not a royal, but his friend is, and they train in swordsmanship together with his father, because his father is like a master swordsman, because in their world there is different castes of warriors and you like have to be a warrior. That's the feeling I got. This is a great angle, but I'm shutting the door because it's toasty outside. That's the feeling I got anyways. So let me just sit you down here for a second. In general, it's good. But yeah, once Tao goes through a bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff, like I've heard of the like inciting incidents or whatever that catalyst part of the story is being like something that changes their lives, and it's just thing after thing after thing changing Tao's life, and then he goes off and he ends up getting tested for this like training, this military training, and he gets in literally by the skin of his teeth. And the rest of the book so far has just been military training. It gives off the vibes of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, if The Way of Kings was just written from the point of view of Kaladin, and when he's like being a bridge carrier and part of the army. I think for today, I am going to focus on this. I also was listening to the audiobook this morning of Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed, which I have on Libby, and it is just so enthralling. I think I'm like almost 4.5 hours through the audiobook, which is great. Almost halfway through, which is amazing. But I'm like really enjoying the audiobook. So I think I'm gonna try and fit that book into this readathon somehow, because it is written by a Black author and it deals with performative allyship and like really important issues like that. And I don't know, it's really good so far. So super enjoying that. But yeah, I'm gonna get on with my day. Hi friends, it is now 8:41 at night, and I haven't read a single page of any book today. I can tell you why. Because all day today I procrastinated writing. I ended up filming a video, which was very good. And then I just watched a ton of YouTube videos, and suddenly it was 4 o'clock and I was like, oh God, I need to actually do some writing. Didn't end up doing any writing, continued to watch YouTube videos. And then after dinner, I was like, okay, made myself focus for 20-minute sprints. Finally it's done, and now it is 8:43, and I have yet to read, but The Rage of Dragons is sitting right there. So I'm gonna go and listen to the audiobook and read. Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. I am here in my room. Last night, I finished The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. So this is my first pick, my first read for this readathon. Check. I counted this one for non-Western setting on the bingo board, so check that off. It's amazing. I ended up giving this 4 stars. It is really well written. It is gripping. It is action-packed, but it is all war-centered, heavily war-centered. And by the end of it, you do see like the larger political games at play and like a hint at what's going to come in the rest of the series. But for the most part, it's just like watching this one character, our main character, Tao, basically go from like this well-behaved, pretty standard boy who just doesn't really want to be a fighter in the war to just becoming a machine. It is a incredible negative character arc. I have never seen a negative character arc in action quite like this before. So, and I'm excited to see where the series goes from here, because I have a feeling that it's going to be epic, because it's got demons, dragons, magic, warring people, you know, everything. So the next pick, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, because I have the audiobook for Such a Fun Age, which I was listening to on my walk this morning with Bella. I also have the audiobook for the 5th season. Those are the only 2 that I have available to me right now. So I might read the 5th season, and I'm contemplating starting this, even though I don't have the audiobook, because it's pretty big. But then I'm also contemplating starting this, or a contemporary, like I have Love from A to Z, or Felix Ever After, which is on my phone, or on my iPad, but we shall see what I do. I might put it up to an Instagram vote on the next one that I read for this readathon while I get some writing done, because today I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm saying it here right now. I'm gonna go upstairs, make breakfast or lunch or whatever it is, eat for the first time today, make coffee, and I'm gonna actually do some writing, because tonight I have a D&D game at 5:30, so I don't have time to procrastinate my writing until then. So these 4 are gonna go on an Instagram poll, and we shall see what ends up being picked. I put up the poll and everybody voted for the 5th season, so I'm going to continue reading that one. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, and it'll get me super fast, super far, and amazing. I'm just very excited, because tonight I'm going to play D&D with my friends, so amazing! But yeah, I have a lot of energy for no reason other than I'm excited to play D&D. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go and start listening to the 5th season's audiobook, probably from right around where I left off when I started reading it originally. But I'm going to do that because I've already done my writing for today. Done and done and done. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Been a very productive day. Time to start in on this one. Hello friends, happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. We skipped over Thursday because yesterday I basically spent the whole day with my friends, because my one friend Sophie, she has moved now to Ontario. She left this morning, so we spent the day with her and did lunch and just kind of sat in her condo, which was very empty. And then I came home and I read most of the 5th season But I didn't end up updating you guys at all. And I remember that this morning I was like, oh God, I was vlogging this readathon. And it's also Friday, which is the 5th day of the readathon. We are more than halfway through and I haven't finished my second book yet, but I'm almost there. I'm so close. It was like 12:30 in the morning and I was like, I want to finish this, but I'm so tired. So I'm gonna finish this today and I'm going to read all of Felix Ever After today. I don't care what happens, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to start another one. Which one? Not sure, but I know we have until Wednesday, so we do have this weekend to get as much read, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, wrap up the readathon and all that. But this book, by the way, is so good. I don't know why I put it down the first time. I think it was because I just wasn't feeling it the first time I was reading it, and since picking up the audiobook and just starting from where I left off, I have been so pulled into the story and I've loved every second of it, but I don't think it's a 5-star for me. I think right now it's coasting at a really solid 4-star, but these last however many pages, 49 pages left. Man, I could have finished this last night. What am I doing? 449 pages left. Really, this ending has already kind of seen an uptick, so we'll see if that gets it to a 4.5. But right now, it's a 4-star, and it's a very good 4-star. Like, I want to read the next books like right now. But anyways, yes, then I'm gonna read Felix Ever After. I also didn't write yesterday, so I have to write this weekend. I'm in my kitchen. Mom's blow drying her hair right now, and I'm gonna make myself an iced coffee. It is also really gloomy outside, if you can tell by the lighting. It's been raining, so perfect day to read. Perfect day to read. Oh my God, you guys, this was so good. Oh my God, the absolute mastery that is this book. So like, I don't even know how to explain it, because it is like, it's a fantasy, but it's like seeped in sci-fi, so it's sci-fi fantasy. And like you follow 3, I want to say point of views, but it's also timelines, because the first one you follow is a you point of view, which is so cool. You are Esun, this woman who has her son killed right at the beginning by her own husband because of what he is. Because in this world, there are people who are called origins who can control the earth and like its movements and stuff. Because in this world, the earth goes through many different seasons that are very unstable, and there's something called the 5th season, which is just basically a season of complete strife and the world ripping itself apart and killing everything on it. So that's kind of where you start. You start at the beginning of a season as the world rips apart, as soon you go through the loss of your son, and then you start traveling to go find where your husband has taken your daughter. And then you follow Cyanite, whose timeline kind of like 15 years previous to that, maybe. You follow Cyanite and her like adventure with a man named Alabaster as they go to clear out a harbor that hired them, the Fulcrum, which is the organization of origins, to clear out the harbor because there's a blockage in the harbor. And then you follow Demaya. She's the one who's like the least in this. Or at least that timeline is the one the least in it. But you follow Demaya, and she's like a little girl who has this organic power, I guess. And hi, Belle. You just staring at me? What's the matter? Hey, what's the matter? You follow Demaya, and you follow her getting picked up by the by a guardian who brings her to the Fulcrum to get trained. Like, there's so much going on in this world, and they all link together in the end, and it's fabulous. And I'm giving it 4.5 stars. Like, that ending blew me away. This is a work of art. This is, and I can't wait to read the next 2. Like, whoa. Like, whoa, honestly. But yes, okay, so second book done for the readathon. Amazing. I'm going to take a break from reading, and I'm going to do a little bit of writing, I do believe, because it's almost 1:30. I'm going to do like maybe an hour and a half of writing just to see if I can get enough down. And then I'm going to pick up another book probably Felix Ever After because I can read on ebooks really fast. So, very fun. That book, very good. Hey guys, it's a little bit later now. I'm walking through to my house because I have a headache. I'm going to get Advil from my parents' room. But I started reading Felix Ever After, and I am over 50% of the way through, I think just over. And that's the main reason I have a headache, because I'm staring at a screen all day. But yeah, it's good so far. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm just not clicking with. I don't know, like the writing is good and the story's well crafted and like the characters are all very unique and real, and like it's handling the issues that it's bringing up very well and all that, but I'm not connecting with it. I'm not enjoying it a whole lot. I think I have like just over an hour left. My Kindle tells me, or my Kindle app tells me how many hours I have until I finish the book. So at the rate that I'm reading, just over an hour left of it. So that's fun, but it is raining right now, and I was hoping that it would stop raining so that I could take Bella to the mailbox, but I might just take her to the mailbox anyways, even though it's raining, which kind of sucks for both of us. But I need to get out of the house for a second, so I think I'm gonna do that, and then I might contemplate food. I listened to more of Such a Fun Age because instead of like making food like I should have, I went into the city and bought fast food, and now I've eaten that, but I'm still hungry, which is not good. I'll eat a bowl of cereal at like 10 like I usually do. But yeah, Such a Fun Age. I'm loving that book so much. The book is so good. It's very dramatic. I like the juxtaposition of Kelly, Amira's boyfriend, and Alex, the woman who's hired Amira to look after her child. I like their juxtaposition and their mental states each. That we get to see Alex's mental state because we have her point of view in the book, but then we only see Kelly's actions through Amira's point of view, which is intriguing. I don't know. I really like the book and I really want to buy a physical copy of it sometime. But I'm really enjoying the audiobook. The narrator's doing a really good job. But yeah, I haven't read any more of Felix Ever After, but I will at some point. I'm currently catching up on some BookTube and enjoying my time doing that. So it's been a good day. It's been a good day. No more headache. Advil has cured me. And yeah, the sun is shining. It's a nice day. Hey guys. Ooh, the back of my hair is coming out. I just finished reading Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar, and it was good. It was not the most enjoyable read, but there was nothing wrong with it at all. I think I'm gonna give it a 3-star, a 3.5 star. It just, YA Contemporary doesn't do it for me anymore, guys. It really doesn't. YA romance can occasionally. The only one I can think of that's done it for me recently was Sarah Sutton's What Are Friends For, because it just had this tone that I really liked and it just really worked. This one, the characters were fun and really realistic. The plot was plotted really well. The story was written really well. The writing was great. The representation was fantastic. And the issues that it brought up, it handled with so much care. And it's great, but I just was a 3.3 star, 3.5 star book for me. And that's okay. I have Arusha sitting up on the counter waiting for me, but if I start that tonight, great. If I now just watch BookTube for the rest of the night, great too. But yes, so that is now 3 books down for this readathon. I have like 6 books on this TBR, so I'm only halfway through the TBR and I'm more than halfway done the readathon. It's fine. I think I'm gonna try and start Arusha tonight and then finish it tomorrow and then do potentially Love from A to Z tomorrow as well. I know that one's also YA contemporary, so we'll see if I find that one any different. But it's just because they're really fast reads. and they've been on my TBR for a while that I want to give them a try, and I've heard really good things about both of these books, so why not give them a try, right? I highly suggest you guys pick up Felix Ever After, or any of the books I talk about in this vlog, if they interest you at all. Felix Ever After also has a hate to love trope, sort of. It's got friends to lovers trope, sort of. It's got love triangles. It's got, I don't really know if that's a trope, but the thing where there's like, You've Got Mail and the Cinderella Story and Tweet Cute, where they have like the conversation online anonymously together. They don't really know who they are, and then one person finds out who they are, or one person knows who they are, and they keep it anonymous, and they like fall in love that way too, and they hate each other in real life. One of those things. It's got that trope as well. So like, you know, it's generally full of love and happiness, and it gets really good by the end of it, actually. The end I really enjoyed, because we have a lovely pride scene that just, lots of love and happiness. It was a good book. Hey friends, happy Saturday, good morning. I guess it's no longer morning, it is now noon. Hi, hello, I am here, sitting in my office, like I always am. Freshly washed hair, was up at like 8:30 this morning, did some stuff, took Bella for a walk. It was so nice out, it was like 15 degrees, it was cool. I wear my sweater. Good morning. That little nugget, you can't really tell, but she somehow during the night managed to migrate right into the exact middle of my bed. So I was like curved around her. And of course, it's not just the middle of my bed where she's in a little ball. No, she's stretched out in the middle of my bed. And she's little, but she's long. And she demands to take up all of the space. I also finished reading Such a Fun Age, or listening to Such a Fun Age this morning. And it was so good. It was so dramatic and just had so much to say, so much going on, and I really want to get a physical copy and reread it at some point, because it's just, I just want to, you know? I feel like it needs to be studied more, because there's just so many layers, so many things happening, so much being said in such a fun, dramatic way. Loved it. So that is now book 4 of the readathon. Rage of Dragons, 5th season, Felix. Book 4 of the readathon. Amazing! And I also started Arusha last night. I'm like a couple chapters in, which is not saying much because the chapters are like 2 pages apiece. But page 24, page 25 of Arusha. So I will be continuing to read this today at some point. But today is also the worldwide write-a-thon. So I am hopping in on that.
12 seconds later.
I just finished Project Arc. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. I am here in my office like I always am. And I have reading news. So I started Arusha the other day, and I am now only 55 pages through, but I'm liking it. It's got like a vibe. The Arusha books have a vibe that I'm not always a fan of, which is so weird because like by definition I should love them because they're middle grade and they have all the questiness and everything. I just think that they read a little bit younger than the middle grade I'm used to. I don't know. We'll see if I like this one. I'm 50 pages in and I'm like enjoying it, so it's fine. And then this morning, because Script finally opened up all of my audiobooks again, I got the audiobook for The City of Brass, and I'm already like, how many pages in? I don't know, but I am hooked. I am 39 pages in and I am hooked. And I stopped so I could like watch some YouTube videos, and I'm just sitting there just like touching the book because I want to read it. But today's gonna be a good day because I'm just gonna be reading that. But yeah, just thought I'd update you on that. Yesterday I had my friend over for dinner, so I didn't get a whole lot of reading in. Then I ended up watching Critical Role until like 1 in the morning. So no reading was done, but that's okay because I've read a lot this week already, so very proud of myself. But yes, I'm excited to keep going with those 2 books to see if I can finish them today, tomorrow, you know, and then possibly, hopefully, knock out the last one on my list, which is Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. How are you doing? It is now, I don't even know what time it is. Computer, tell me. 9:38. I'm in bed. Apparently with really terrible hair. I just took it out of the bun that it was in. Ugh. Anyways, I am slowly making my way through edits for Project Dark. I am now on chapter 5. I have 13 chapters and a prologue in part 1. So, my goal for tonight is to get to chapter 7, and then I'm going to read because I haven't read it all today, and I really need to. Hello friends! Happy Monday! It is officially the last 3 days of this readathon. They are happening right now. I'm in my office as I always am. Last night I ended up reading until I believe page like 140 of City of Brass. Really enjoying it still. Other than that, nothing new has happened. I'm here. I'm going to be doing some edits on Project Dark. I think I'm going to try and do chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 today, just because then part 1 is done. Then I can get into part 2. Just keep zooming through, you know? I think I'm going to not mention Project Dark anymore in this video. I think I'm going to do a separate vlog for it versus editing, so that'll be the last you hear about it in this video. But yeah. Back to the readathon. Yes, I am desperately hoping that I can read Irish Shaw as well and finish Irish Shaw in the next 3 days, as well as City of Brass. I kind of am just gonna give up on Love from A to Z unless I somehow pull the time out of my butt. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to have time to read it. So that's fine. But yes, today I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna read for the rest of the day. I have nothing else going on today, which is amazing. Tomorrow though, I'm gonna go out with my friend in the morning. We're gonna go look at some D&D stuff at a store nearby. And then I have the HarperCollins HCC Frenzy like online conferences to attend in the evening. So very excited that I got invited to that. Thank you so much, HarperCollins. So excited that I got invited to attend because usually these conferences are held in Toronto in person, and because I'm not in Toronto, I live in Manitoba, not Ontario, so it's harder for me to get to, and I've never been invited to them before, so excited that I can attend them even if they're just online. I think it's gonna be super fun. So it is now 10:30 at night. And I have barely read anything today. Well, that's kind of a lie. I did read a little bit of Irish Shaw. I wanted to get 150 pages in further, and I have that much left to do to make it to the 200 page mark, which would bring me 150 pages more read today. I'm close to it, so that's fine. And then I also wanted to read more of City of Brass, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do now. Hello friends, happy second last day of the readathon. Oh my god, I can't believe we're already here. Last night I ended up reading both in Irish Shaw and in the City of Brass. I read to page 218 of Irish Shaw, and I read until not quite the halfway mark, like the 48% mark I think, page 227. So moving my way, making my way downtown, reading books, all that jazz. I don't know. I really would like to finish a book tonight. I honestly don't even know if I'll be able to finish both of these books by the end of tomorrow. Don't know, but I will try. Hello friends, happy last day of the readathon. Oh, this has been a journey, you guys. I ended up finishing Arusha last night. Arusha on the Song of Death, the second one. Finished it. I'm giving it 3.5 stars because it was good. It was fun. Just not my fave. You know, I just think the Arusha books are just not for me, which is fine. Like, I will read the rest of them because I do enjoy reading them. They're a fun time, but I won't, like, prioritize them. In that imprint of Rick Riordan's, I believe there are many others that I can search and enjoy anyways. Like the Stormrunner series. I need to read the rest of those. Gotta read Sal and Gabby. Gotta read that brand new one that just came out, you know? There's a lot. There's more middle grade out there for me to enjoy. Anyways, it's the morning. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna make myself a coffee, and I have 40 minutes before the first HarperCollins Frenzy event starts today. I have exactly 300 pages left of City of Brass, so we shall see how this one goes today. I was thinking about not finishing that one today and just reading Love from A to Z because it's contemporary and probably pretty fast. I might do that just so I have another book that I finished and then just keep reading this one afterwards. Maybe I'll do that because I'm not even, right now I'm like kind of out of the fantasy mood, so we shall see. We'll see, because I do have 40 minutes now where I think I'm going to read, well, eat breakfast, probably watch YouTube, and then probably go into that conference, and then I have from probably noon until 4:30 to do whatever, so we'll see what I end up doing. But yeah, it's an option to read that contemporary rather than rush through this beautiful fantasy book that I kind of want to savor. So we shall see. I will let you know. It is now much later than I last talked to you. And this is gonna be the last clip of the vlog because I have to edit this vlog and put it up for tomorrow morning. Because the readathon is like done and there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish another book other than the one that I just did, which was the Love from A to Z. So I decided yes to read this one, as you guys saw in that time lapse. I just thought I really want to give City of Brass its time to just be mellow and like to really enjoy it. I don't want to rush the last 300 pages. So I decided to read this one, and boy am I glad I did. This book had me crying in so many spots. It is so heavy and so important. It deals with so many important issues like Islamophobia and racism on one end, and death and multiple sclerosis on the other end, and it just handles them with such care. And we have such an angry, but for the right reasons, protagonist in Zainab, and we have such a lovely cinnamon roll who's dealing with so much in Adam. And this book broke my soul, and it was just so good, and it was just so well done, and it just was so, even though it was so heavy, it was so hopeful too, and filled with life and just reminders that even though it's really hard, life is worth living. And yeah, we're throwing curveballs all the way, and it's just so worth living. And it was so good, and I'm emotional about it. It's so good. I really loved it. I'm giving it 4 stars. It was so good. And everybody needs to read this. Everybody needs to read this. Anyways. So that closes out the readathon vlog. That was my last read for this readathon. Man, it feels like I've been on a journey. So first and foremost, I read The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, and it was very good. I gave it a 4-star, super war-centered fantasy. Then after that, we had the 5th season, so 2 fantasies right back to back, by N.K. Jemisin. That one was fabulous. I gave that one 4.5 stars. Really loved it. Then right after that, I read Felix Ever After, which I gave 3 stars to, just wasn't for me, but is a very important read that many people need to read. And I'm glad I read it. I am glad I read it. And after that, then I finished the audiobook for Such a Fun Age, which was not even on my TBR originally, but I did it anyways, and I also really liked that one. Super dramatic. Loved it. I gave that one 4 stars as well. Then I read Arusha and the Song of Death. That one was also really cute and enjoyable. I gave that one, I believe, 3.5 stars. And then finally, I read Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali, and I'm giving that one 4 stars as well. It was a fantastically 4-star centered readathon, and I'm so happy about that. And I've now found new authors like S.K. Ali. I'm definitely going to check out her other stuff because this was impeccable, so good. And she actually is one of the narrators of her audiobook, and she does such a good job. It was so good. Oh, you guys, it's such a good book. Oh my god. Also, N.K. Jemisin, I have found an ebook of her Dream Blood duology through my library that I'm going to be reading very soon. Like within the next 2 days, I'm going to start picking it up because I just want to love that one. As soon as I'm done City of Brass, I think that'll be the next fantasy that I pick up. I just love it. And then with Evan Winter, his fantasy series, I can't wait to see how that goes. Just great things all around. Alright guys, we have reached the end. If you've made it this far, please let me know down below because I know this is going to be a really long vlog and I'm sorry about that, but also not, because all of these books deserve to be in the limelight for so long. And I did fill out my bingo board in a very weird way, but I filled it out and it's here so you could see it, how everything worked out. I color coded it so that I could see what counted for what. I double counted stuff because I could, and I didn't get a full bingo board, but I did get many bingos, so I'm happy about that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Nora's Twitter down below. I will leave it tagged because she is the host of this readathon. Thank you so much, Nora, for hosting it and creating it, and just it's been so fun and I've loved joining along. Alright guys, it's been a long 10 days. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I will catch you in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.